Hey, Ray DelVecchio here from websiteprofitcourse.com. Today, you're going to learn one way that you can use the Divi theme builder to create a custom sidebar. Now, if you're familiar with Divi, you know that they have a sidebar module, and that just plugs in with the default WordPress sidebar where you can add in widgets to fill that space. Or alternatively, you can just use the Divi builder. So within these templates, I think that I have just a couple global modules on the right-hand side here. So I created global modules for each of these elements. But the problem is, let's say I want to add something onto here. I would have to add it to every one of these templates. And I was hoping to avoid that situation. So this is how I solve that problem. And if this is not the way you do it, or if you know a better way, please tell me in the comments below. First of all, I made this website. I have a full tutorial of converting a blog of mine from an old theme over to Divi using the theme builder. And then I started doing this on a couple client sites, and I figured out this problem with the sidebar and a different way to do it than I did in that tutorial. So the way that I create a Divi sidebar is by creating a new template here. I call it sidebar, and it's unassigned. It's not assigned to any pages. There's no header and footer, and I just do a custom body. And if you go into the custom body, you can build out your sidebar here. So you can see this is the exact same modules that I had within the other template that you just saw. And then save this section to your Divi library as a global module. The other thing that you'll notice here is I took away the padding on the row and the section. There's a 0 padding top on both of them. And the reason behind that is because we're going to insert this section within another section. So the embedded nature of that makes the padding really weird. We're just trying to eliminate that. Once you save this to your library, you're going to go ahead and go over to your Divi library. You can see I created this section and named it side section. When you hover over this, or when you click through to this link here, if we look up in the URL, you'll see that we have a post ID. And you want to get the post ID for this global module. So in our case, this is 1866. And the way that we can insert this section is through a shortcode. Now, I tried doing this shortcode directly within the Divi theme builder, and it didn't work that well. Again, because it's an embedded section, I think some of the things kind of just broke within the Divi theme builder visually. So the better way to do it is to add it to the sidebar. So go over to Appearance Widgets. I didn't mean to click on that. And you want to add a shortcode block to the sidebar within Divi. And this is the shortcode format that you need to insert a Divi section. So it's ET_PB_section, and then you have global_module equals, and then whatever ID that you saved to the Divi library. And then you finish it off with the end tag. So we're going to insert that as a shortcode, and then you go back to the Divi theme builder, and that's where you can insert your Divi sidebar module. And instead of using the widgets to build it out, you're going to be using the Divi builder. So I did this on one of these templates. I think it was the blog page here. So I'll go into the custom body. We have an auto save. I'm just going to exit out of here. And you'll see what I mean, where on the visual builder here, because this is kind of a hack, these styles don't look correct. You can see there's no icon showing up here. This is not bold, and there's a little too much padding up here. I would not worry about that. Just go ahead and look at it on the live website and see how it looks. But the one thing that I did here is eliminated the separator. So if you go to the design and the layout, just disable this slider here, show border separator, because that just shows that little, gray border on the right, which looks a little funky. So I remove that. And then there's one other thing that we need to do here, and that is the padding, because again, there's still some padding left over that I had to fix with CSS. So you want to go over to the Appearance Customize section and paste in your CSS code. And I have a little extra CSS for other sections here, but this is the CSS to fix that padding. So if I go over to the blog page here, you're going to see how this looks and how it looks exactly like we want it to look on the live website, even though it doesn't look that way within the theme builder. So all that I do here is I'm targeting the ETPB section class, and I'm looking for a child section within that, because again, this doesn't happen with the visual builder. You can't do this, as far as I know, with the visual builder. You have to do this with this hack. So I'm setting the padding top to 0 for any child section within a section, or any child row within a child section. So it's basically the same thing I did with the visual builder, but I'm just doubling it up because of the hierarchy within this. This just overrides it. And then the other thing I did here is set the width to 100 on the embedded row within the child section. The reason for that is because I think rows by default are set to width 80. But since this is embedded, I didn't want to restrict that width even further within the sidebar area. So I reset that to 100. But that's all that I had to do to fix this. If you publish that, everything should work correctly. And let's again go to our live website. Let me refresh. And I'll show you the difference between this and just building the sidebar directly within the Visual Builder. And there's only one small thing that I didn't fix on here. So let me go to the About page. These social icons line up with this image here. There's a little extra space with this hacked together version. And the reason behind that, if we look at the code, there's actually an empty paragraph tag. And I think this is something with the shortcode. I think when we insert that shortcode, for some reason, WordPress is outputting 2 empty paragraphs. Here it is right here. You can see empty paragraph tag, which is creating that space up top, and there's another one at the bottom. I'm almost positive this is because of the shortcode, and I'm sure there's a way to fix this and remove this empty tag if necessary. But because it's not a huge deal, I'm not going to do that in this video. But that's all I got for this one. I'll link up a file that has all the code that I mentioned within this tutorial, so you can download that, copy and paste it. Or like I said, if you do have a better way to do this that I don't know about yet, by all means, tell me in the comments below. I'm guessing if you watch this video, you probably already have Divi, but if you are interested in checking them out or maybe upgrading from their annual plan to a lifetime plan so you don't have to pay year in and year out to do this, go to websiteprofitcourse.com/Divi. I'll include that link in the description below. I am an affiliate, so that's just an easy way for you to support my channel if videos like these help you out. And if you're using Divi for client websites, you're making a little bit of money with web design or WordPress, check out my homepage, websiteprofitcourse.com. I got a couple giveaways there, including 15 tools to start your web design business. That includes Divi, along with a bunch of other ones that I use to manage my websites and my business. All those links are going to be in the description below. Last but not least, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will link up a couple other videos here if you want to keep on learning, including that full tutorial building the website that you just saw within this one.